Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Aryatītarasīvara Dhagavarisa Gugayil Arivairami Paramatuman Arunachala Ramanan Parivalvulam Muruganala Paranarndidu Guhayarndu Arivam Vizhithiravai Nisam Arivai Adu Veliyam Annamalayai Adiyenai Anda Andre Aviyudal Kondayanakor Kurayundo Kurayum Gunamum Niyallal Enne Nivatrai Ennuire Ennam Yeduvo Adu Seivai Kanne Undan Kazhalinayil Kadar Peruke Taruvaye Kanne Undan Kazhalinayil Kadar Peruke Taruvaye. Om Atimadura Chapahastam Aparimitam Modabhana Saubhagyam Arunam Atishaya Karunam Abhinava Kulasundarim Vande. Om Aim Hrim Shrim. We shall start chanting from the Mangala Shloka. Mannuma Munivara Shanti Mannave Tenmuha Murtiyai Tihaldu Monamam Tannilai Tihaltiyit Tudiyir Tanmayam Sonna Achangaran Tunnumennulle Maunama Murayar Kattum Ma Brahmavattu Valan Sivanilai Tavasachida Seri Guru Varan Sirkaiyan Uvahayor Uruvan Tannul Uvappavan Kalimuhattan Avanayan Tenpan Murthi Appanai Etuvome Ulahu Kannadi Urne Urattanul Ajnanathal Veliyinil Tuyirkana Pol Vilangida Kandu ஞான நிலையுறு நேரம் தன்னை ஒருவனாயவனேற் காண்பன் தலையுரு குருவாமந்த தட்சிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி தட்சிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி வித்துளே முளை போல் முன்னம் விகற்பமில் இச்சகம்பின் கற்பித மாயாதேய காலகல்மத்தார் பற்பல் சித்திரம் விரிப்பன் யாவன் சித்தனுமாயி கண்போர் சத்திய குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி எவனொழி உண்மையின்மை இயை பொருள் இலங்கு நேரே எவனது நீயானா என்று இசைத்துணர்த்துவன் சேர்ந்தோரை எவனை நேர் காணின் மீண்டும் இப்பவக் கடல் வீழ்வில்லை தவறுரு குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி தவறுரு குருவாமந்த. When in the deep sleep, which in the macrocosm is referred to as the dissolution, there what happens? The world and everything is in the unmanifest form. And then when the jiva, when he wakes up or when he dreams also, what happens? Everything, because of the Maya Shakti which is expressing through the mind, so the mind projects everything. Desha, Kala, Karya, Karana, everything. And Karmattal, Kala Karmattal. Karma means what? The actions, the fruits of action. Everything is, spread in front. எப்படி சித்திரம் விரிப்பன் யாவன் சித்தனுமாயி கன்போல். Like a magician, from nowhere everything is projected. And then when you go into deep sleep, everything is gathered and everything is gone in the unmanifest form. So this happens as long as the ignorance is. But when he is realized, then the seed is gone. And then there is only Atma, the self. But even when we are ignorant, only there is Atma, the self. We only feel, as if there are so many things. That is our mind's projection, imagination, right? This is what we have to understand. So, this Sittiram Virippan, Yavan Sittanu Mayi Hanbor, that Guruvam, Satyar Virippan, with his power, இது சத்திய குருன்னு இல்லை, சத்தியார், சக்தியார், விரிப்பன், அதோடு சேர்த்துக்கணும், அந்த விரிப்பனோடு சேர்த்துக்கணும் சக்தியார், தன்னுடைய சக்தியால் விரிப்பன். With this power, he projects this Maya, this world. அப்படிப்பட்ட குருவாமந்த தட்சிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி. I prostrate unto that Guru, Shri Dakshinamurti. And his Voli, Atma Chaitanyam is truth. And that alone illuminates all those which is not actually, which is only an appearance. Even that appearance is because of this Atma Chaitanya Voli. Right? And whoever has surrendered his feet, he gives the Upadesha of Tattvamasi, that thou art, and he lifts those jiva and he liberates them. எவன் அது நீயானா என்று இசைத்து உணர்த்துவோன் சார்ந்தோரை, எவனை காணின் மீண்டும் இப்பவ கடல் வீழ்வில்லை. How beautiful. So when you have darshan of Dakshina Murti as your own self, then meendum ippava kadal villai. Once again you will never come back to this samsara, will not drown in this ocean of samsara. Tavaruru guruvamanda. Tavaruru means what? Tava shreshtarhade adayakodiya. One who is gained by Tava Shreshtas. Such Dakshina Murti are my prostrations. He is my Guru, my prostrations unto him. Now we shall move on to the 5th verse. Palatulai kudattut deeba Paihadir pol yar jnanam Vizhimudar porivai paindu Verisaritarindhenenna Vilangidum yavanai charndu Vilangumivvavaniyavum Salamaru guruamanda Dakshina Murti potri Palatulai kudattul deepa Paihadir pol yar jnanam Vizhimudar porivai paindu Verisaritarindhenenna Vilangidum yavanai charndu Vilangumivvavaniyavum Salamaru guruamanda Dakshina Murti potri Palatulai kudattul deeba. Here the analogy is a lamp placed inside a pot which has got so many holes. Palatulai means very many holes are there in the pot. Palatulai kudattul. Kuda means pot. Kudattul deebam. Deebam means the lamp is placed inside the pot which has got so many holes. What happens? Paihadir pol yar jnanam. Through the holes, the light oozes out. It comes out. Like that, pol yar jnanam vizhimudar porivai paindu verisaritu arindhenenna. So like that, see here, Atma Jyoti, that is the lamp. And this body is that Palatulai Kudam. You understand? So, that Jnanam, that Atma Chaitanyam, that it expresses through all the holes. That is the senses. Adhan you solrar. Vizhimudal means eyes, etc. Porivai paindu. Pori means the senses. Porivai paindu. So, expressing through the senses, Verisaritu, moving out or extrovert. That is what is Verisaritu means what? Being extrovert. Arindhenenna. I know. Thus the knowledge is gained. So as the Deepa, which is placed inside the pot with so many holes, this Atma Jyoti is there inside. And like that Deepa, expressing out through all the holes, this Jnana Swarupam, the Atma Chaitanyam, expresses through all the senses. Idu holds mardani. All the senses. And then when it expresses through the senses, Bahirmukha, looking out, not abiding in the self, looking out. There is no inside or outside, in fact, but still, because of the body identification, we say inside, outside. So as if it is extrovert, then it expresses through senses, and then what happens? Arindhenenna. Arindhenenna means how I know. What I know? I know this, I know that. See here Kanakamal writes very beautifully. When it expresses through the mind and the senses, then it is Jagradavastha. It expresses only through the mind. It is swapnavastha, actually. That is what she says. So through the mind and the senses, stula jagat. Only through the mind, sukshma jagat. But in fact, from Mandukya's Karika standpoint, everything is illusion, projection of the mind. So dream and waking is one and the same. But still, Vedanta Shastra slightly differentiates for the sake of understanding, in a better way. But whatever is said in Karika is right, absolutely right. But still, to teach the students step by step, Vedanta Shastra says this. So, how do I gain the knowledge of the world? The Atma Chaitanyam expressing through these holes, the senses, sense organs, and then I say, I know, I see all these objects. Here very clearly, here Shankara is saying, when it goes out, what? The senses go out. Out means what? Bahirmukha. Then the knowledge happens. I know. Nowhere it is said here, the world is, and I see the world. When the Atma Chaitanya expresses through the mind and the senses, then the world is seen. Mind and senses, the gross world. Only through the mind, the subtle world. Subtle or gross is also only in the mind. Something other than the self is seen. Anyata grahanam, it is called as. Agrahanam means not seeing anything, like in the deep sleep. Anyata grahanam means you see something else instead of the self. And what is the truth? Yathartha grahanam. You see as it is the self. This is the Mandukya statement only. Karika. You understand? So, very serit arindeyen. That is how the knowledge happens. And Vidangidum Yavanai Charndu Vidangumiv Avaniyavum. Most beautiful expression. Vidangidum Yavanai Charndu Vidangumiv Avaniyavum. Vidangu means what? He is. He is who the self is. Dakshina Murthi is. Vidangidum means it is. Vidangidum. Or it shines. Both are same only. Without the knowledge aspect, how would you know it is? See, that is what it is said in first of shloka, Mangala Shloka. So, Vidangidum means two in one. It is and it shines. Means it's revealed also. So, Vidangidum Yavanai Sarndu. Depending on whom, who is. Vidangidum Avaniyavum. Everything else is known. Everything is Vidangidum. Vidangidum means everything is illumined. Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam. Yat Satyena Jagat Satyam. Yat Bhasena Bhati Yat. So Vidangidum Yavanai Sarndu Vidangidum Ulakam Yavum. So it's not that the world is, therefore it is seen. Atma Chaitanyam is, therefore the world is seen. When it expresses through the mind and senses, the antakarana, then the world is seen. So this is what we have to understand. So I tell you again and again, when you are body identified, you see a gross world and you indulge and you live a life, very ordinary life. When you take one step behind, say I am a jiva, not the body, meaning what? Jiva means what? I am a jiva who is born, who dies and takes another birth and all those stuff. Then you see everything as what? As other than yourself, as sort of this chidakasham, chittakasham. In chittakasham, mind space, you see everything. But when you identify with the self, you see everything as self, nothing other than the self. You understand? So one step still behind. And the crucial point here is, Vidangidum Yavanai Charndu Vidangumi Vavaniyavu. This is the very crucial step. It is not that the word Vidangidum, it is, and therefore I see it. No. I am, therefore I see the world. This is a பெரிய breakthrough actually. This is the biggest breakthrough in understanding life. So, when I am and therefore I see, if this understanding is very clear, then apart from Atma, the self, there cannot be a world. So, therefore it is said, what is mind? Seer and the seen, that is the mind. What is mind? Dichotomy of seer and the seen, that is mind. So, without the seer, seen is never. This is what we have to understand. When I say it's mind's projection, what it means is, without the seer, seen is not. This is what I say. When I say it is mind's projection, what I mean is nothing else. Without the seer, there is no seen. We think seen is independent. Whether the seer or not, seen is. That is what we think. That is called Shri Drishti. There is creation already. And I see it. You understand? When I say it is mind's projection, what I just mean is, or not me, I mean the God, great rishis, what they mean is, because I am, the world is seen. So the dichotomy of the seer and the seen is, undeniable. You cannot deny it, because both rises together and both sets together. So therefore I say everything is mind's projection. What I say mind's projection, without me, there cannot be, without my attention, there cannot be a world. Without my attention, there comes the mind. Without my attention, there cannot be the world. So, only you give attention to that attention, the awareness. That is throwing yourself into yourself. That is Atma Vichara. See, it's very hard, See, when you go into Vipassana and all, what happens? 10 days you should not talk. Absolutely, you should not talk. What happens? Actually, if you are thrown in a cage where there is a lion or tiger, let us say, you can fight and you can even escape. But when you are thrown inside you, as if in this cage where you have to face yourself, anavaradam, day and night, without any distraction, I tell you, it's very, very, very hard. People cry, people go berserk, because all the guilt, everything comes out. Whatever you have done in the past comes out. I tell you, you cannot face yourself. See, by going out, ha ha ha, hoo hoo hoo, mingling with people, we try to forget all those things. Actually, it's escapism only. When you are thrown into yourself, I tell you, it is very hard. See, when I had gone into Mauna, I went into Mauna for 3 years actually. I was living near Ramanashramam in the Manakkuda Vinayagar street. I was there in Mauna for 3 years. I tell you, first 3 months, it's very, 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 it was very hard. Because I am a very talkative person. So when the mind is put to itself, I tell you, it can throw anything out. I don't know, whatever happened in your childhood also can come up. Whoever you have hurt and whoever has hurt you, whatever, everything will come up. It's very hard to face the mind, to throw oneself to oneself. You understand? So, this is very hard. To face ourselves is very hard. So what I mean to say is, without I, there is no world. See, this is what, see, to understand this better, I use another not analogy, another approach. This approach is also very significant. Please think about it. See, as long as I am healthy, happy, earning, spending, life is beautiful. I enjoy everything. My family, my child, my property, bank balance, and I go on a vacation, this, that, yes, I do some charity, everything. But let us say, something happens to this body. Body means it did not die. Some chronic disease or something which cannot be cured, and you may have to go, say within 3 months or 6 months, whatever. The doctor says, in West and all, they say it blunt, on your face. Here at least they polish and they don't tell that way. But in Western country, otherwise they are sued, it seems. So they have to tell, they tell you blunt. See, now you are going to live only for 3 months. Whatever you need to do, you do it. Finish it off. எப்படி இருக்கும் யோசிச்சு பாருங்க. ஆனால் அதுதான் உண்மை, நம்ம எப்போ வேணால் போயிடலாம். But he says 3 months, 3 மாதம் கெடு. But there are people who are living for 30 years now. After hearing from the doctor 3 months, they are now living for 30 years. Doctors are not God. But still, with their knowledge, they tell you. I tell you, when you are not, meaning what? You are not going to be here and you are gone. I tell you, imagine the state of mind of that person. For him, nothing matters. எதுவுமே அவனுக்கு ருசிக்காது. எதையுமே அவன் பெருசாக நினைக்க மாட்டான். நானே போகிறேன், என்னது இது உலகம்? அவனுக்கு உலகத்துக்கு மீனிங்கே கிடையாது. He has no meaning for this world. This is true. As long as I have got interest in the world. World is wonderful. World. When I am not, who cares? See, I tell you, these are all I should not share, but I'm sharing you very intimately. You know, when I was in Sri Lanka, as an Acharya of the Chinmaya mission of Sri Lanka and all, mission, Chinmaya mission, as if it is happening on my head. He's running here, running there, doing this, doing that. You know, devotees, Yuva Kendra, blah, 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 everything. When once Guruji said, now you are transferred to Chennai, no more you are Acharya of the Chinmaya mission of Sri Lanka. Talk, everything is dropped, means what? And then you know what? I'm telling you, don't misunderstand me. The interest goes. Why? Wherever I am not interested, simply. I tell you, wherever I am not interested. See, now we are taking care of the Atma Vidya Mandir and my temple, Karunambal, blah, 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 blah. The day I quit and I go away, then it is dropped forever. Meaning what? Who cares? Swamiji, after so much of effort, Hare God, you have built this. Who cares? If I am not there, I am not interested, simply. This may be ego only. It's ego only, but still that is a fact of living actually. See, you are married to a person, let us say. You are married to a girl and you are so affectionate, so loving, and she also reciprocates, and you live like, Nahamum Sadayumai, Tamilum, Kavidayumai, whatever. You live like that. But once the Manabedam vandu kasandu poichu, and it has become bitter. Then you were telling her, don't do this, this is not good for us, this is this, that is this. You try to safeguard her, protect her, you try to advise her, she also will. It is not one way. She also will. Everything goes smooth. But once when you feel chi, and when you diverts, then whatever happens to her in her life, she goes with whomsoever she goes, whatever she does, you just drop it. Why? When I am not there, I am not interested. See, please understand this. When I am not there, I am not interested. I am not worried about the world. This is another approach. One point is when I am going to die, when I have to leave everything and go, then instantaneously I give it up. Give it up means what? எனக்கு அதோட இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் போயிடும், ஒரு ருசி போயிடும், அவ்வளோதான். அப்புறம் மேபி they may say, okay, செய்ய வேண்டிய செஞ்சுட்டு போவோம், என்ன செய்யறது, ஒரு உயில் எழுதுவோம், I will write a will and all. But he is not into it. The son will be very much anxiously waiting. என்ன எழுத போறாரோ தெரியலையே, whom he is going to give this. But this father who is going to die, for him what? என்னமோ முடிச்சு விடு, சண்டை சச்சரவு இல்லாமல் let it go. Let them not fight between the brothers or sisters. That is how he feels. So why I am explaining all these things? Only when there is I, the world. See, philosophically you forget about it. Even vyavaharically I tell you, only when I am, my world has got meaning to me. If not, how does it matter? How does it matter? And another example I gave you in the relationship also. My wife or my children. If my children are hurting me again and again, if there is so much of bitterness, அப்படியே விட்டுடுவோம் எல்லாம். See, யாரையுமே பிடிச்சிக்க மாட்டோம். When the mind is hurt so much, it is bitter, கசந்து போயிடுச்சுன்னா போயிடுச்சு, அப்புறம் அதில் ஒன்றும் ஒட்டாது. கசந்து போகாத வரைக்கும் தான் எல்லாம் ஹாஹா ஹூஹூ எவ்ரிதிங். மனம் கசந்து போயிடுச்சுன்னா போயிடுச்சு, finish it off. then that is not there for me. Full stop. Still I remember, very, very vividly I remember. The last day in my school, last day means maybe I must be studying +2 or something. My school is a very beautiful school, big school, very renowned, Nalla school. There is a big playground and the cricket match was going on. I used to watch cricket, lot of cricket, live, those days, the league match sort of thing. That day I was thinking to myself, this is the last day in this school and here I am in the cricket ground watching cricket and all. And that is all. Tomorrow I have nothing to do with this school. I have nothing to do with this place. That is all. This thought still I remember very vividly. And you know what? Same thing. See, that is all. Finished. And you move on to the college or wherever you move on. Then you may visit. But that is all. Interest goes. Maybe you can say I am the alumni or whatever. Or aluminium or whatever. Of the school, whatever. But that is all dropped. Finished. Similarly, I know very clearly, when I came out from Sri Lanka, and when I came out from Chennai mission, now when I go out of Atma Vidya Mandir, then when I go out of this world, that's all. Only as long as I am, everything is meaningful, interesting. Aha, I will do this, I will do that. But after me coming out of Sri Lanka, I now realize I am the problem. I was worried. But you know what? No, actually. So we think, if I go, what will happen to my wife and children? They will be better off. They will be happy. Because we are the problem actually. And we don't realize it unless we see it. Maybe Atma Vidya Mandir, I am the problem. When I move out, there will be a lot of people coming, going, meditating, or classes happening. Cooks will be there permanently and give food and everything. Maybe, who knows? So therefore, as long as I am, the world has got meaning. See, why I am explaining to you very detailed, because this we have to understand. It is not the world is, I am seeing it. I am therefore the world, my world. Actually, it is my world. As long as the seer, there is seen. When the seer goes, there is no seen. Therefore, it is said, there is no world other than the self. Why? Because when I come, the world comes. With the seer comes the seen. Not other way. Because the seen is there, the seer is seeing. No. That is what it is said. What is said here? Atma Chaitanyam going out through the holes, through the senses, it sees and it says, I know. So I am the Atma, the self, and I see the world, whatever. So why it is called a mind's projection? Please understand the very, very important point. Why everything is called as mind's projection? It means without the seer, seen is not. This is what is meant by mind's projection. Nothing else. Nothing else. See, I have contemplated so much on it. So much I have contemplated on this idea. What is mind's projection? And I come to this conclusion. What it means is, without the seer, there is no seen. This is what they are trying to say as mind's projection. What we now believe, even without the seer, seen is. That is what we believe. Even without the seer, seen is always is and is going on. Somehow we feel. That is just mind's projection. Mind's projection, there is an imagination. The fact of the matter is, only when the seer, there is seen. Mind's projection is see, when you think mind's projection, through mind, project. Not that. When they say mind, what they mean is aham vritti and idam vritti. The dichotomy of aham vritti and idam vritti is mind. Without aham vritti, there is no idam vritti. This is what they say as the projection of mind. What we think now, that is idam vritti, independent of aham vritti. That is world, independent of whether the seer is there or not. From this coconut tree, when a coconut falls, or that branch, tennam olai, there is any name in Tamil, when it falls, when there is nobody, who hears the sound? This is a koan. Koan, you know, na? In Zen Buddhism, there is an idea given for you to contemplate. When the branch of the coconut tree, when it falls, when there is nobody around, who hears it or who knows it? Something like that. See, I'm exactly, I don't remember now. The idea is, without a conscious entity, no experience has got any meaning, or nothing has got any meaning. This is what we have to understand. See, in these one words, what is expressed is, without the Atma Chaitanyam expressing through senses, there is no world. We are under the impression that there is world and we are seeing it. Sorry, that is not right. That is why it is said mind's projection. And when the mind is focused on itself, the seer, he is focusing on itself, you understand there is nothing called a seen. There is only the seer. See, this is what I am telling you again and again. When you abide in the Atma Chaitanyam, you find there is only Atma Chaitanyam. There is no Bahir. There is no other than that as a world. As long as Atma Chaitanyam is functioning through the mind and senses, the world, something called as world, is seen. When you shut the senses and the mind, when you put the attention on yourself, when you focus attention on yourself, the seer seeing himself, there you realize that the light alone has become the world. Other than the light, there is nothing else. So the light alone is Satyam. The pure consciousness alone is Satyam. See, the light expressing through the prism of the mind and senses is the world. If it is not allowed to express through the prism of mind and senses, when it is thrown back to itself, it realizes that only the Atma Jodi or the Atma Chaitanyam is, and nothing else. Once when you recognize this consciously, then you always recognize that there is only pure consciousness. Whatever I have been thinking as the world outside is only a myth, is only my mind's imagination. It's only an imagination. There is only Atma Chaitanyam, there is only consciousness. There the Bheda Bhavana goes, the otherness goes, separateness goes, everything goes. There is only the self. See, think about it, contemplate on it. So when people ask you what is the meaning of projection, or everything is projection, I mean what? You should only tell that nothing else. Without the seer, there is no seeing. This is what they are trying to explain. So Atma Chaitanya, when it peeps through the mind and the senses, then things are seen. Where? Don't ask where. உலகு கண்ணாடி ஊர்நேர் உரத்தனுள்ள ஞானத்தால் வெளியினில் துயிர்க்கனா போல் விளங்கிட கண்டு. ஞானம் சேர்க்கக்கூடாது, இதோட கண்டோட முடிச்சிடணும். அப்புறம் ஞானம் அடுத்த வெளியில் போகணும். ஞான நிலையுரு நேரம் தன்னை ஒருவனாயவனேர் காண்பன். ஞானம் should go with the other line. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargadam antargadam pashyan atmani mayaya bahirivot. As if bahir. Mayaya bahirivot. Bhudam yata nidraya. Means like the dream. So, this is what is said. This wonderful world is seen only when there is a seer. When the seer drops the senses and mind, if he is not expressing through the prism of mind and senses, then what remains is only the seer without any seeing. So once when he knows that he is a pure seer and there is nothing called a seen, even then when he expresses through the mind and senses, that Bheda Bhavana is gone once and for all. He may see, but he will not feel that everything is other than him or sitting outside. Everything he sees within, or he sees himself only. So, Vili Mudar Porivai Pindi, very sari Tarina, Vidangidum Yavani Charndu, Vidang, Idikudan will pace no number. Idikudan will pace no number. Vidangidum Yavani Charndu, Vidangidum Avani Yavu. So, he shines, therefore everything shines. Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam. He shines, therefore everything shines. Vidangidum Yavani Sarndu, Vidangidum Ulaham Yavum. Avani Yavum. So, I am, therefore I see, I think, and there is world. It is not that there is world, therefore I see it. No. Vidangidum Yavani Sarndu, Vidangumiv Avani Yavum. Salamaru Guruvamanda Dakshina Murthi Potri. Salamaru. Sanchalame illada. Salamaru. Other way, if you see, that Guru who destroys all the chanchalam in the heart. But if Guru himself is the cause of all chanchalam, what can we do? For some, the Guru himself is the cause of all chanchalam. Then what will you do? Then you have to give up the Guru. Whoever creates chanchalam has to be given up. Why? You should not bargain your peace of mind with anything in the world. How Swamiji, Guru can become cause of all chanchalam? Yes. When the Guru is half-baked, when the Shishya is half-baked, நான் எப்பயும் சொல்லுவேன் சாரப்பாம்பு தண்ணியில் உள்ள தண்ணி பாம்பும் தவக்கலையும் போல. See this snake, what is that called? தண்ணியில் போகும் snake. தண்ணி பாம்பு. Water snake. Water snake. Water snake and the tavakalai. Frog, let us say. You know what? What is the example, you know? This water snake cannot swallow the frog. Frog is big. It is very tiny, it cannot. But it cannot sit quiet. It has got desire to eat the frog. So, when it takes the frog in, it cannot eat. And it's so much asa, it cannot spit. So, imagine, and it is a terrible torture for both the snake and the frog. So, முழுங்கி தொலைச்சாலும் போய் தொலைஞ்சிடும் இந்த frog. துப்பி தொலைஞ்சாலும் தப்பிச்சு போயிடும். இந்த பாம்பு துப்பவும் துப்பாது முழுங்க முடியாது அதால. ரெண்டும் கரண்டு புரண்டுட்டே இருக்கும். ரெண்டுக்கும் அனர்த்தம். If the Guru is half matured or half baked, Shishya is half baked, he will not allow the Shishya to go away also. He cannot accept him also fully. Gracefully he cannot accept the Shishya also. With all the impurities, with all the imperfections, with everything. And he will not allow the Shishya to go away also. He will torture the Shishya every day. பச்சு செய்யறதுன்னா அதுதான் தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவாங்க. How much is laughing, see? So that snake cannot accept or cannot swallow, it cannot spit. The frog cannot live or die. So that case, the frog should violently resist and get out of the snake's mouth. It should not think that, oh, Guru Bhakti, I have to suffer like this. No suffering. No suffering is auspicious. All the suffering should be given up. So why I am saying Salamaru Guru Amanda Dakshina Murthi Put. So the Guru is the one who removes all the chanchalam in the mind. Why? Avada sannidhi matram appadi. Krit Shanti Kara Sannidhyaya Namaha. When you sit at his presence, your mind should just become quiet. On seeing him, going near him, your mind gets means what? He is not at all the Guru. He is only Guru. Another meaning of Guru is heavy. In Hindi, Sanskrit, Guru means heavy. He may be Guru, but not real Guru. All the Gurus, most of them become heavy only. Why? Eat, sleep. So, actual Guru is the one who removes all the chanchala, because he removes the ignorance. But the half-baked Guru is the one who will be the cause for all chanchala. So, Dakshinamurti is the one, Adi Guru. So, he removes all the chanchala. Salamaru Guruvam in the Dakshina Murti Potri. You understand? So, Moving on. Huh? Vilangidum.
What is he?
Vilangidum means one who shines. Vilakam, Vilangum. Vilangum shining. So Vilangidum Yavanai Charndu means he shines. Yavanai Charndu Vilangumi Vavani Yavu. So he shines, and because of that the world shines. You understand? Vilangidum Yavanai Charndu Vilangidum Ulaham Yavu, Vavani Yavu. Chalamaru Guruvamanda Dakshina Murthi Putri. You understand? Vilangidum, he is, and he shines and Vilangidum. He shines by himself, and therefore everything shines. Avani Yavu. See, நம்ம ஊர்ல விளங்காத பையன் சொல்லுவாங்க. இவன் சரியான விளங்காத பையடாம்பாங்க. அப்பனா he is not shining in the world. He is not seen. அது விளங்காத பையன், விளங்கவே மாட்டான் இவன். அவனை விளங்க மாட்டான். He will never shine. எங்கேயோ ஒரு மூலையில் இருப்பான். He will never shine. அதான் விளங்காத பையன் சொல்லுவோம். விளங்குறதுன்னு அர்த்தம். He shines. Means he is evident, self-evident. அதான் விளங்கிடும் எவனை சார்ந்தே விளங்குமிவ் அவனியாவும். சலமரு குருவாமந்த Dakshina Murthi Potri. And Udaluyil Porigal Pundi Ondru Paragama Tervar Madandayar Balarandar Madayare Mudavadi மடமையால் விழையும் அம்மா மயக்கமே மாய்க்கு ஞான தடையரு குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி உடலுயிர் பொறிகள் புந்தி ஒன்று பாழகமா தேர்வல் மடந்தையர் பாலரந்த மடையரே மூடவாதி மடமையால் விழையும் அம்மா மயக்கமே மாய்க்கு ஞான தடையரு குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி. உடல், the gross body. உயிர், the pranan. பொறிகள், the senses. புந்தி, மனபுத்தி, the antakarana, the mana and buddhi. புத்தி. ஒன்று பாழ் அல்லது பாழ், சூன்யம், or the ignorance, பாழ். அகமா தேர்வர். And they take all of this or any one of this as ahama. Ahama means as the self. Ahama tervar. Tervar means they understand. What they understand? They understand the self as the body, or they take the body to be the self, or the prana and the prana to be the self. See, there are different philosophies, different schools of thoughts. See, Charvakas, they are the rank materialist. They say, I am the body, and I am going to here live only for few years, and I don't know about the other worlds are coming or going. I don't know about birth or rebirth. Now, here I am going to be for some time only, and the youth also goes away. So, earn, spend, indulge, enjoy. This is what we have to do here. They are very clear. And 99.9% of the people in this world are only rank materialists. They patta podlam, kotta podlam, enna vena vesham podlam. But in their heart they feel, nalla saapdu, nalla thoongu, nalla pesu, sandoshama iru, onnum seiya thevilla. Summa or oorga mari kadavul thottuko. Actually we use God only as pickle. We want to enjoy the world and He is a pickle. Why? He may give me something more. Accept him. We use God as pickle only. We want enjoyment of the world only. People go to God, why? Why should we say no to him? If somebody is giving something free, the government is giving something free, why we should say no? Adi vaangi po. OCL kadacha Hindi paper padipaan. He doesn't know Hindi, but somebody is offering him free newspaper, Hindi newspaper. Kodu. That is padama paakalam dane. Eda thodachiko udavum dane. So meaning what? Whatever we get it free, we want to accept it. So if God is somewhere there, if you are kumbudu pota nalla kudukrana yen kumbudu potu tholaikkodadu or kumbudu potu avarukku our Stotram manna kudukka porar Stotram or kumbudu poradha innum konjam advanced way of kumbudu poradhu Stotram na nalla Stotram manna nariya kudupar pannu Stotratha kaludaya kaasa panama pannu Stotram so Stotram panna panna kuduthite irpar adanaala vechirukka ATM bank mari he is like my ATM. More Stotra I give, more money he will give me. Actually, we treat God as pickle only. We want to enjoy life only. I want to enjoy life, and God is a pickle. He makes my life more colorful. Otherwise, no God. Nobody believes in God, actually speaking, because they have not known God. Only when you know it. Otherwise, you believe in it. Believe in ma chumma poikadalla. ஒருத்தர் வந்து கொடுத்தே இருந்தால் அவர் ஆஹான்னு போட்டுருவோம் கொடுக்கறத நிப்பாட்டி அடிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சு போடா அவ்வளோதான். I have seen people who are very devoted to God, especially the Shri Sai and all, and something happens in their life, the husband dies or something happens, they throw everything, all the photos into the well. They throw it away. So some people, they take the body to be everything, and you eat, enjoy. And all this God business is only business. God business it is. Those who are building the temple also it is a business. Those who are doing puja also it is a business. And those who are going there also it is a business between God and themselves. So it's a pure business. For everybody it is a business. For the person selling flower it is a business. For the priest it is a big business. See, Bharati says, பேராசை காரணடா பார்ப்பான் ஏதாகிலும் செய்து காசு பறிக்க பார்ப்பான். பேராசை காரணம் means he is a very very greedy fellow. ஏதாகிலும் செய்து காசு பறிக்க பார்ப்பான். காசு means money. காசு பறிக்க பார்ப்பான். Why? இது தோஷம், இதுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி பரிகாரம் செய்யுங்கோ எல்லாம் சரியா வந்துடும். எல்லா பரிகாரம் ஒன்றும் சரியா வரலையே, நீங்க சரியா செய்யல, அதை இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் தட்சிணையை கூட்டி கொடுங்கோ. It may be okay. They may be wondering whether this Swami is a DMK person in the garb of a Swami or what. This is what happens. So we are all rank materialists only, I am telling you. If there is a God who is not going to give you anything, if he is not going to protect you from anything, will you ever go to God? We go to God only for ourselves, not for him. We don't know whether he is there or not. We assume he is. If he is there, if he can give, why to miss that opportunity? Yeah, take it. If somebody is giving free, why to lose it? Actually, we don't have any idea of God actually. So, udal, I am the body and I want to enjoy this life. That is it. Adu udale, adu rakshasas they are. Actually, they are rakshasas, suited, booted rakshasas. We think rakshasa means kombu molichu and korama irpan. No. Tip top dress panna rakshasa. Very nalla clean shaven. But he is a pakka rakshasa. Who identifies only with the body. And then some people say, these fellows, all these fellows, they say, na, what is that called? Badi, Yador Badi. They think prana is everything. They say, you sit in the right posture and do pranayama, everything is done. Adukku mela onnume seivana vaalkaiyila. Why? Prana is God. Poda korakki and enna Upanishad adu padichome. Prashna Upanishad also says, prana is everything. Go. Prana is life force. Definitely it is everything only. When the prana gets up and departs, all the senses also will go away. The senses were thinking, Prashna, the story comes, the senses were thinking, we are better than this prana. What is this prana? Then prana thought, oh, then prana started to depart, it seems. Then all the senses have to depart with the prana. Then they understood, oh, prana is everything. Then prana, when he came and sat back, senses also came and sat back. So prana is everything. When the prana departs, everybody has to depart with him. So prana is God. There is nothing other than God. Some people argue like that. So prana is Atma. As long as the prana goes and comes, you are alive. So prana is Atma. And some people say, mind is everything. Mind is everything, you know. Therefore, mind is Atma. I means what? My mind. Whatever I think, whatever I feel, that is me, na? Is that not so? Yes, yes. So people argue and think, what am I? I am nothing but my thoughts. So, self means what? It is my emotion and thoughts, that's all. So mind and buddhi, that is me. That is what they see. That is what they say. There is a school of thought which say everything is mind. But Advaita Vedanta is not that. Please understand. So, udal, uyir, porikal means senses, pundi, inner equipment, and pal. There comes the Buddhist people. They say everything rises, everything falls. Everything rises, everything falls. There is nothing. Everything is kshanikam, dukkam. So there is nothing. Shunyam. Adan sami neengalum ivana pesninga thirupi shunyam. Mahashunya padam. No. Ahamami satti shunyam. The shunyam has got this aham amsham, the self-awareness. So it cannot be called as shunyam also. So, udal, uyir, porigal, pundi, onru paal, ahama, tervar. They think those things are their own self. Self means what? Nothing. There is no self. Go. Anatta. Buddhist philosophers, they say anatta, anatma. There is no self. So either the rank materials say body is the self, body is me, body is everything. And some say prana is me. Why prana goes, I am gone. So prana is the self. Some say mind is everything. So mind is the self. And some Mahatmas say there is nothing called self. So pal, that is the real truth of oneself. And what he says, Adi Shankara, pal ahama tervar madandayar. They are fools. They are idiots. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒன்று சொல்ல போறார், என்னை கல்லை விட்டு எரியாதீங்க, நான் ஓடி போயிடுறேன். Please don't throw stones at me, because there are தாய் குழந்தைங்க அதிகமாக உட்காந்துருக்காங்க. I don't know, ஈக்குவலாக இருக்காங்களா தெரியல. மடையர், பாலர், அந்தர். Madandayar means, sorry. Madandayar means not fools. Madandayar means streets. These people identify the body or mind and all with the self like the ladies. Madandayar. Balar, like chinna pulla mari, childish. Child prattles something, na, madri. Andar, like kurudar, like blind people. Madayare, like fools. Madayare means fools. Mudhavadi. Mudhavadi means these people argue in such a idiotic fashion. Mudhavadi. So why it is said Madandayar, like Stri? See, we should understand the right context. Don't misunderstand Adi Shankara. Those days in the society, they were not educated. They were not given education. Not educated, they were not given education. So mostly they were staying in-house. But some of them were very intelligent. They were pulling all the strings. Now also, at that time also. Pulling all the strings. But they were illiterate. Generally, they were illiterate. They were oppressed. And they were confined to their kitchen. So they may talk anything. Here say, chumma kaalalam pesuvanga, yosikama. You understand? That is how we have to understand that context. But nowadays, they are all very intelligent, like you people. Very smart and very spiritual. But those days, they were treated badly, maybe, in particular period. They say those days, even Vedic times, they were treated well only. But afterwards also, they were treated well in the sense what? In our religious rites, without them, you cannot do the religious rite. They were given equal importance and all. But somewhere down the lane, somewhere, I don't know, they were not given proper education and they were not allowed to think. So, Madandayar means what? Those days, the Stris, the ladies, they just talk whatever they hearsay. சும்மா காதில் விழுந்தா பேசுவாங்க. அதை மாதிரி பேசுறவங்கன்னு சொல்றது அர்த்தம் இதுக்கு. நான் தப்பிச்சிட்டேனா? Madandayar, Balar means what? The child, the children. சும்மா அவங்க எதையாவது பேசுவாங்க அர்த்தம் இல்லாம. அந்தர், குருடர், எதுவும் விளங்கல அவங்க. பார்க்க முடியாட்டி ஒன்றும் விளங்காது தானே, எதையாவது பேசலாம் தானே. மடையரே மூடவாதி. These people are idiotic. They argue that the self is what? Body is a self. The mind is a self. Pal, Shunyam is a self. Madamayal vidayum amma mayakkame. This mayakam, this delusion is due to mayayal. Madamayal. Because of not proper vicharam, no proper vicharam. மடமையால் விளையும் அம்மா மயக்கமே மாய்க்கு ஞான தடையரு குருவாம் அந்த தட்சிணாமூர்த்தி. So the Dakshinamurti is one who removes that delusion. மடமையால் விளையும் அம்மா மயக்கமே மாய்க்கு ஞான. So who is he? He destroys all this delusion. மாய்க்கு ஞான. He is a ஞான guru. ஞான தடையரு குருவாம். There are some obstacles for this jnana, na? He removes that obstacle also. So tadayaru means what? Who removes the obstacles? Tadai means obstacle. ஞானம் அடையறதுக்கு தடையா இருக்கிற இந்த மாதிரியான மூடவாதிகள், மடமை, he removes all those. You understand? So these are all the ignorance and they are the obstacle for the realizing the true self. So the guru is one who removes this obstacle, who removes this ignorance. So that Guru Dakshinamurti, I offer my prostrations. So the idea is what? These people, like who consider the body or the mind or the Shunyam as their own self, they are not intelligent enough. Madayare, Mudhavadi, they are deluded. And because of the delusion, they have this mayakam, that this body is me or the mind is me. So Jnana Guru, what he does, he destroys all these delusions. That Guru Dakshinamurti, Jnana Tadayaru, this is the Tadai. Jnanathukku is the Tadai. What is the Tadai? Identifying with the body mind. So on the Jnana Tadayaru, so that which is obstacle for the knowledge, he removes. Jnana Tadayaru, இப்படிதான் வாசிக்கணும் அதை. Jnana Tadayaru Guruvam and the Dakshinamurti. So Dakshinamurti is one who removes all the obstacles which wields the knowledge. So that Tadayaru, Dakshinamurti, Potri, 748. So we will go to the next verse also. Maybe we will read today and try to understand, but tomorrow, the next session, today evening, we will see in detail. ராகு பற்றி ரவி திங்கள் எனவுழன் மாயை மூட பராவுளம் ஒடுங்கத் தூங்கி பரவிட உணரும் காலம் புறாவுறங்கின நான் என்று போதனாமே வன்புமானாய் சராச்சர குருவாமந்த தக்ஷிணாமூர்த்தி போற்றி ராகு பற்றி ரவி திங்கள் எனவுழன் மாயை மூட பராவுளம் ஒடுங்கத் தூங்கி பரவிட உணரும் காலம் புறாவுறங்கின நான் என்று Bodhaname Vandumanai Chara Chara Guruvamanda Dakshina Murthi Potri Rahu Patri Ravi Tingal Yana Udan Mayai Muda. See, in our traditional thought, you know what they say? Surya Grahanam or Chandra Grahanam means what? See, scientifically we know what it is. But Purana says, one Rahu, he goes and he just swallows the sun or the moon. That is called as Surya Grahanam or Chandra Grahanam. That is what is expressed. Maybe there may be some subtle or insight into it. We don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe. But scientifically we know. The shadow, it falls and therefore it is sort of veiled. Right? That is no, the Grahanam. Right. So, but those days they believed, or whatever may be the reason, they thought the Rahu, Ketu, these are twin grahas, Rahu, Ketu. And Puranas talk about them as Asuras also, Rahu and Ketu. So as if this Rahu goes and swallows. Maybe the astrologers or people who have got great sound knowledge about astronomy can better explain this idea, this concept. So, like the Rahu swallowing the sun, we have Surya Grahanam. Or swallowing the moon, we have Chandra Grahanam. The solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse. Like that, what happens? Ulan Mayai Muda Paraulam Udunga Tungi. Means like that, the sleep engulfs, like the Rahu engulfing or just swallowing the sun or the moon. This sleep, Mayai Muda, this Mayai, which is called as sleep, Muda. Paraulam Udunga Tungi. Paraulam means Parandu Virinda Manam. The mind which is always, going everywhere. Ulam means mind. Udunga. It all goes inside. Udunga Tungi. That is deep sleep. That is sleep. See, this is very true. When the sleep engulfs, it really engulfs us. We have no choice. See, that is why I feel really sympathetic towards people who sleeps in the class. I am not angry. So you all can sleep. I will be very happy. I can talk anything. See, whatever may be the reason, maybe you might not have proper sleep, or you might be taking some very strong dosage of medicines, or when you grow older and older, naturally there is tendency to sleep, dullness. So like that. You know what? It engulfs you. If the teacher is very strict, then you have to become Mr. Bean only. You have to sit like this only. You can't help. You have to go to sleep only. But Swami, Mr. Bean papikla. Why not? So the idea is what? The sleep engulfs us. Like the Rahu, that Graham, they say in Rahu, like that it swallowing the sun or the moon. What happens? The sleep or the Maya, it engulfs us. And we have no choice. We go to sleep. We don't know where we are also. When we are very, very tired really, we go to sleep. But those are blessed. Why? Because some people can't go to sleep. They feel sleepy, but they can't go to sleep. Because mind is so disturbed or whatever happens. Very hard. Sometimes even the health is not good. You cannot sleep. When you are too tired, dead tired, also you can't sleep actually. But sleep it engulfs. Though what happens? The mind, the senses, everything, they gather themselves and they are offered as ahudi to this Maya, to this self, and it all goes into unmanifest form. So what happens? So, Paravulam Udunga Tungi, Paravida Unaram Kalam. When you wake up, Paravida means once again this mind expands, Paravidal. Mind expands, Paravida. Unaram Kalam, when you know things in the waking state, what happens? Pura Uranginanan Endru. Pura means before waking up. Pura Uranginanan Endru. I slept well and I was peaceful and happy. Uranginanan Endru Bodhanam Yavan Bumanai. One who reiterates his self. Bodhanam, with this knowledge that I slept well. I had a good sleep. See, this is the pramanam for the existence of the self even in the deep sleep. Why? When we get up, we say, yes, I was not knowing anything, but I slept well. Nobody says, I don't know what happened, I just vanished. Nobody says that. I slept well. And I enjoy, I am happy. Everybody says, I am refreshed and happy. Why they say I am happy? Because they enjoyed the bliss of the self during the deep sleep without their knowledge somehow. So this is the pramanam for the existence of self even in the deep sleep when there was no mind and intellect. This is very important. This thread of thought is very, 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 that is why he has dedicated one whole shloka for that. Adi Shankara, why is he dedicating one whole shloka for that? Because people say in the deep sleep nothing remains. He says no, the self remains. Why? You know, he uses the word pratyabhijna. See, it's a very deep thing. Next class we are going to see that in detail. But the pratyabhijna, he says, that is there. That is why memory is possible. See, if the self had vanished, everything gone means what? Afresh you start your life means what? Marandu pochellam. Then you don't know your name also. Then you can't read anything also. Then every day you get up, you have to start reading A, B, C, D. Ana, Avanna. Then see, imagine, the world cannot function. Somehow we remember everything. If the self is gone forever, how can you remember? And that experience that I slept well, that is also a memory. That memory is not possible if there was no self. This we will see in detail in the evening class. But he says because of that, the self is there even in the sleep. The true self is there even in the sleep. So that is established. Evan Pumanai Bodhanam Charachara Guruvamanda Dakshina Murthi. So that self which is Dakshina Murthi, which is even available in the deep sleep, which is always there in all the three states of consciousness. That Dakshina Murthi, Chara Achara Guruvam, who is the Guru for everybody, everything. And the Dakshina Murthi Potri, that Dakshina Murthi, I offer my prostrations. So we shall see it in little detail in the evening class. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Hari Om. Today we are having this Mandalabhisheka Purti. 45 days we had Mandalabhisheka Pujas in our temple after Kumbhabhishekam. And today we have got Mandalabhisheka Purti Mahavira, Peruvira. So today late morning we are not going to have either Guru Paduka Puja or the class. So till 1 o'clock the Kriyas would go on. And then in the evening, today evening we will have our temple puja a little early. Maybe at 5 o'clock we will have the temple puja, 5 to 5:30. And then we all will assemble here by 6 o'clock in the satsang hall. 6 to 6:30 we will have Guru Paduka Puja, or 6:40. It will go for 40 minutes now. And then we will have bhajan as usual till 7, and 7 to 8 we will have the next session of Dakshinamurti. So a little bit the plan is changed. So instead of 5:30 coming to the temple, you come at 5 only, half an hour before. Right? Instead of coming for 6:45 to the satsang hall, come by 6 only. Guru Paduka Puja. And as usual, 6:45 to 7 we have bhajan, and 7 to 8 we will have the another session. Right? Om Tat Sat. Brahma Arpanam.